Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror. Before we get started today, we have something really exciting that we want to talk about, which is our rebrand. Someone very special to us both, who I'll let Ashley introduce in a second, created the most beautiful and authentically us logo for this podcast. I'm obsessed with it. I want to make all of the merch with it. Mostly I just want to stare at it all day because it's so cute and cozy. So if you haven't seen it on our Instagram yet, go check it out. And Ashley, tell us a little bit about who this special person is that made this logo for us.
This is, besides you and Chris and Jen, anyway, one of my favorite people. So, I'm not gonna rank you guys, but
is this MySpace? MySpace top 8.
I have to rotate you depending on like who I forgot to text back that day. It's like an apology. But anyway, it is my sister. She is a very talented artist. She actually does a lot of really fun prints. She has a homebody print that in part inspired the name of this podcast. Also, I was like, I can't see it in my crop, but there it is. I forgot that it was behind you.
I have a lot of her in my home.
I love it. So our art was made by Courtney at Lunch City Studio. We have her website linked in our description. They'll be in every episode from here on out. She did an incredible job. We were all over the place. We're like, we don't know who we want to be. We hired a professional and she nailed it. So excited.
It is amazing, and I would love to hear from some of you who take a look at what she built for us to see what little details from our favorite shows or maybe little facts about us that you can find in that amazing piece of art.
Oh, it is a fun little treasure trove of haunted homebodies stuff. It's like, oh, it's perfect. Love it so much.
It was perfect. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thanks, Courtney.
We are so happy.
We love you. Thanks for actually listening to the podcast. Unlike my husband, Chris, love you. Bye.
Now, on to our episode. Welcome back to another edition of Little Terror, our bite-sized cozy horror series.
Woo! Today we are talking about Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and a very specific episode because, of course, we had to pick the most Halloween-y episode of a very Halloween-coded show to begin with.
Yeah, Halloween-coded is maybe like too gentle of a term for what this show is.
That's true. I think like Sabrina as a show is like who we are trying to be as a podcast.
Yeah, actually, that like
Kind of,
whole
right?
vibe is super goofy. Everything
Yep.
is Halloween and paranormal.
Yep.
Little
Very
angsty.
90s nostalgic.
Yes.
Awkward,
Yeah.
Anxious. I would call the show Anxious, which I don't think I recognized prior, but
No.
every episode is just something going terribly wrong. But let's talk about the episode title so we can orient you in case we have any Sabrina super fans or anyone else who wants to watch along with us. We are talking about Season 2, Episode 7, titled A River of Candy Corn Runs Through It.
It's a dramatic title.
Very dramatic. Is that like a... Well, obviously I'm like familiar with the play on words, but is that it's a book title? Is that like Ernest Hemingway or something?
It is I'm doing some live Googling because, as our listeners know, we just don't do our research ahead of time until we really do.
That's true.
About like some really random thing. It is a movie based on a book that is not by Hemingway. Someone named Norman McClear. It is set in Missoula, Montana, and follows two sons of a Presbyterian minister, one studious and the other rebellious, as they grow up and come of age in the Rocky Mountain region during a span of time from roughly World War I to the early days of the Great Depression.
Okay,
So it
so I had
feels
nothing
like,
to
yeah,
do
it
with
was
this
just because there was a
episode.
line about a river of candy corn, I
Right,
think.
right. Okay, okay, so that's
That's,
it. Okay.
you
Glad
know,
we got that
that
sorted
was
out.
worth learning live while recording. I'm glad we did not look that up ahead of time. That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that is extremely random.
Yeah.
But this episode originally aired on Halloween in 1997, and nice thing is that all of the episodes of Sabrina are streaming on Paramount Plus if you subscribe to that, but also for free on Pluto TV. So check it out if you want to have a little nostalgic fever dream.
I feel like I was just making fun of Paramount a couple episodes ago about like who has
Yeah.
Paramount, but then it turns out all of a sudden everything is on
Everything's
Paramount.
everything's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very glad to be borrowing that login from someone. It's not in the budget, but it is good. It's been useful.
Everything. Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
on it these days.
yeah.
Anyway.
So this episode is rated TVG. Okay, so we're
Mm.
we're keeping it clean this time, and the IMDb rating for the episode is 7.7 out of 10. Sarah, why don't you read the description for us here?
Valerie, who, just to remind our listeners, is Sabrina's BFF, announces an unplanned Halloween party at Sabrina's, who decides to whip one up and has to deal with her aunt's talking furniture.
Naturally.
It's
Yeah.
a fairly weak episode description.
I read that and was like, "What does this mean?" I don't
Yeah.
understand.
It's not,
But
none of
now
it
I
is
do.
wrong, but it's
Right.
also, not entirely what
Whip
it's
one up.
about.
Whip one up regarding a party really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Like,
Why not?
that's interesting play on words. We're being very literary here.
Yeah.
Um, First, before we get into the episode, we have to talk about the show itself, because this was a big part of our our formative years. I watched a
Yes.
lot of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It aired from 1996 to 2003, so it's a pretty good run. And
Yeah.
it was on TGIF, so just a moment of appreciation for TGIF, because miss it, love it, still just have such fond memories of it.
Friday nights as a kid were so great for television.
I know, I know. I don't remember. I need to look this up because at one point I remember the TGIF lineup was so strong. It was like 4 shows or something, and all of them were so good. And I feel like Sabrina the Teenage Witch must have been one of them, but I need to figure out what the other 3 were, and then we need to probably do whatever the Halloween episode
Ooh,
was
right?
with
Like,
them.
what else came out on Halloween
Oh,
1997? What was
I
that
know.
particular day?
Oh, we should look that up. That is a
Yes.
good. We should do a whole episode that's just like a night of like Halloween TGIF episodes. That would be
That
fun.
would be so fun. Do you think we
Oh,
went trick or treating together on this day?
probably.
Probably.
Yeah. I think we went trick or treating together like every year that we were friends.
I think
Like,
so. And like
yeah.
also, which Ashley and I both grew up on separate but very similar, like backwoods streets where none of the neighbors are that close. So our
Yeah.
parents used to drive us like into the center of town, which is even a strong word for this town to say as a
Yeah.
center, so that we could trick or treat where there were actual houses and people.
Totally. Totally.
Well, in honor of this being the episode with lots of live Googling,
Mm.
there was a crossover episode on this night of other TGIF shows. So, or maybe there's one the week after. I'm a little confused. So I think the same night, Melissa Joan Hart was in an episode of Boy Meets World, but like as Sabrina, but like kind of not as Sabrina. She goes on a date with Eric. And then
Okay, yeah, and there's like
there's,
a Coven witchy episode,
I don't remember it at
I
all.
think.
But then I think there's like some other kind of crossover. So we have more research to do. We'll come back to in a future TGIF
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Our, our little terror is just going to become TGIF different episodes.
That
They
sounds
probably could.
perfect.
They probably could. So let's talk about Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh,
I
so
love
good.
her. She's so good, and she was such an icon. I feel like she had always played a very relatable role. She was always very
Mm-hmm.
kind. She's
Mm-hmm.
never like the snotty popular girl. She was one of us.
Yeah, she
That's how she
was. She
felt like.
was. Like Clarissa explains it all,
Yeah.
obviously. And then this, but also like it's a goofy show. It's super goofy. It's like very clearly for kids, but at the same time, she like puts in a solid performance.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like she is just very solid. And this was a kid show. I don't know if it how much it matured because this is season 2,
Yeah.
but she eventually goes to college, like kind of like Boy Meets
Uh-huh.
World where we like grow up with her. So I don't know if
Right.
it got like any I don't think it ever got edgy. So I'm thinking of Sabrina is based on one of the Archie comics, and then I think of
Right.
another Archie comic show, Riverdale. So that is I don't know, is that like technically for teens? It's like very intense.
I don't actually know who that show is for. But
Yeah.
also like that's such a product of the time we live in now where like everything has
Right.
to be dark and gritty. Like,
And like hypersexual
yeah.
and yeah. Yeah. There's like high schoolers going at it in like a bathtub or something.
Oh no,
I don't remember
Riverdale.
much about the show, but it's just was like, this wasn't my high school experience personally, but maybe other people can relate to this.
Yeah. I feel like it's weirdly a show for adults, Riverdale. Anyway, doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
know.
I don't
No.
remember the later episodes of Sabrina. We'll watch them at some point on the pod and we'll
Yeah.
know what happened because it was pretty goofy at this point.
Definitely. One thing I thought was interesting about the show in general is that it's not set in Salem, but it's
Right.
set in a fictional town. Well, I guess I don't know if this is the show or if this is just the comic origin story. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was the choice, but the town called Westbridge, Massachusetts. Like it's not even a fun, spooky name,
No,
but it's
but
in the greater Boston area, which like so is Salem. I don't really understand that choice so much.
well, it would get a little confusing maybe with the cat being named Salem.
That's
Uh,
true. But I don't
but
think they ever really talk about the town, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's fair.
true. I
They're like, one
did
Salem reference is enough.
I did love that Harvey has like a Patriots parking sign hanging up in his room, which like that is a spot on genuine teenage boy in Massachusetts thing. Like
Totally.
nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, teenage boy, any just New England sports fan,
Yes.
like they're
Yeah.
fanatics here.
Hmm.
It's a lot for sure.
And that was the last interesting thing that I thought about Harvey. That's not true. The earrings. The earrings.
Oh my gosh, I do not remember him having multiple ear
The like
piercings.
rather large cartilage piercing also
Right.
really does not mesh with the personality.
No, or the style. I was
Yeah.
unprepared because see, those go away for sure. Like I feel like I would have remembered him
Yeah.
looking like that. I don't know. Not that many people had piercings like that. Like piercing,
No.
sure, but multiple like cuff cartilage
When
piercing.
otherwise he's just like a boring
Vanilla.
prep, but like doesn't even lean into
Yeah.
that. He's so vanilla. He's so
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, his character is I don't remember if it becomes more interesting, but I think it was one where you're just like, he's cute.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
all
we all
fine
thought
with
Carver
it
was,
back
he
in
was
the
cute.
day.
That's it.
I definitely
Yeah.
had a crush on him back in
Yeah.
the
We all
day,
did, but
I
like
didn't
that's
care.
sad.
I know. Now we're like, well, I definitely would not have with those earrings, though. I think those are a no for me
They're the
personally.
most interesting thing about him, so I'm not totally writing them off.
Well, let's set the scene a little bit more with the show. We have the Spellman house, which is another cozy Victorian.
It's so
The
cozy.
more we watch these shows and movies, the more I'm like, okay, so this is like my Victorian, like why I feel like I need a Victorian house. Practical Magic,
Yes.
Sabrina, the Addams Family. I just need a spooky manor in my life. And they show occasional exterior shots. I think I looked it up It's a house somewhere in New Jersey
Huh.
randomly. It's like
Why
things are
not?
never where they
Yeah.
where they say they are in shows. They just pick a random house and they're like, "Yeah, you look good." Um, the inside of the house is very cozy, but I think the coziest part of the show for me is her aunts. I
Oh my
love
God,
them.
yes.
They're
They're
so good.
amazing. So I won't say I made a mistake, but I needed to know. So I know that they are canonically 600 years old, but I wanted to know
Yeah.
how old the actors were because,
Mm.
right, they're such adult figures in the show. And they don't necessarily dress them younger or anything, but the actress who plays Hilda, who is played by Carolyn Ray, she was 33 when this episode came out, so she's
Whoa.
younger than us.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, sorry,
I didn't put that
younger.
together.
Yep, yep.
Oh, weird.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And then the actress who plays Zelda, who is Beth Broderick, I believe
Mhm.
is her name.
Sounds
She was
right.
38 when the episode came out. So
Wow.
just a little older, I know. And like they both look fantastic, but they like did their hair a little bit older, but they did not make
Yeah.
their fashion stuffy. Their fashion was great.
Oh man, I'm just still processing that like we are the aunts.
We are.
Sabrina
We
now. We're
are
not
that
Sabrina
age.
anymore. We are the
No.
aunties. Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Oh no, but yes, you're right. Let's circle to the fashion because that was the second thing that I was shocked about during this episode was how much I wanted to wear almost every single person's outfit. I could not
Yes.
believe it. Like 90s fashion can be like pretty whack. I do not look back and
Sure.
think like what a fashionable time, but I would have worn like every outfit. I thought the fashion was so fun and it was still very 90s, but it was like perfectly 90s, just enough. I just loved it.
Melissa Joan Hart's dress for the Halloween party
Yes.
is so fabulous. And the
So
like
good.
black lacy dresses that the ants are wearing are so
Yes.
good.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was so good and the accessories, everything. Just chef's
Yes.
kiss. I need to pull an outfit. Maybe we'll for Halloween one year dress up as Sabrina characters from A River Runs Through It and it'll be the most niche.
I think we gotta do it. I
It'll
think
be the
we have
most niche
to.
costume ever. And we'll get really fast at saying like from the 1993 episode, Sabrina. It's not even from 1993. I gotta practice. I gotta practice my
Which
lines.
one of us is to go as the doc?
Oh, I would do it. I would do it if it was cold
I
out.
think we need outfit changes, actually. At one point, we're
That's
Sabrina and
true.
Valerie, and then at one point, we're
Yes.
the ants. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the intro of the show. Did it bring back
Whoa.
memories? Did you remember it? Was it like you were however old we were again? 12?
Well, I can't remember if we've
13?
addressed this a ton on the podcast, but my childhood memories like don't exist in my brain anymore. I remember very few
Mm.
things. So like it like vaguely touched upon something for me, but it did not bring me back.
Oh, it brought me right back. I was like then I was thinking like, oh, I feel like there was another intro. There's something with bubbles. I totally remember it. It's
Oh.
so corny at the end. She's in a witch's outfit and she's like, this is so not me. I
Like a
just
really
remember
bad witch's outfit
thinking she
too.
was so cool. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. She could do no wrong.
She was so cool, but then they like
I
make
know.
her one of the not cool kids at school. Although you know
I
what?
know. Yeah.
This is a theory that I am coming up with right now in this exact moment. I
Okay, I'm
think
ready.
that you and I are Sabrina and Valerie.
Oh my God, we are. We are.
Like they weren't cool, but they weren't like
Yeah,
uncool.
losers.
Yeah,
I
they were total loser.
know.
The blonde and brunette. Like I think
Yeah.
that was us. I think we were
One witchier than the
represented.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, that is so true. What did I called us something once. I don't remember if it was on this podcast or a different one, but that we are like socially ambiguous. Was what it was. Like you can't quite place us because mostly just people didn't care.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
didn't
Turns
care.
out they
They
didn't
didn't have a
care.
problem with us.
No.
I didn't really care.
Yeah. And that's how I would describe Sabrina and Valerie.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
people would have come to our party, but it would have been kind of like out of curiosity to be like, what
I
is
think
this gonna be
so.
like?
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, it is boring. We're gonna go. Wait, they're not drinking booze or
We would
doing
not have had
drugs.
a
Huh.
river of candy cane. Well, it's okay. So that is actually something else I want to talk about in the show, not drugs. But it was so funny to me that like so we, watched the show before we were in high school because it was like
Yeah.
the level above or the age above where we were. And so it's portraying these high school parties as like, first of all, that high school students would go to a house party that was sanctioned by the adults in the house,
Right,
and
right.
that like the candy corn was cool, but like parties when we were in high school that we did not attend were like in the woods or in an open field with a bunch
Right.
of booze.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely we're not sanctioned by any responsible parent at least. Yeah. I actually had like secondhand embarrassment for the party.
Oh, it was
Let's get into the
rough.
episode itself.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, every episode of Sabrina, we've touched on this already. It's just something going horribly wrong. Like she's just figuring out her
Yeah.
magic and she can't quite figure it out, or something goes wrong and she has to try to undo it. And it's just very anxiety
It really
provoking.
is.
So yeah, she Valerie wants to impress someone. They're like making fun of her. They're getting bullied. They're getting straight
Oh,
up
they
bullied at
are. Just by
school.
that one girl,
Yeah.
though. Just the one
Yes.
girl.
Yes. Yeah, she's annoying. So they're being
Yeah.
bullied, and Valerie is wanting to be cooler, I guess. So says that there's gonna be a party at
Yeah.
Sabrina. Sabrina's like, I don't socialize. Respect, girl. Respect the hustle. But she feels bad for Valerie, wants to be a good friend, so kind of agree to it. A part of me was expecting that this party was gonna be actually cool. It was not.
Yes.
It was
No.
not. I thought
No.
we were gonna really like, she started putting up decorations, and the place looks really cute. The house looks so
Oh,
cute.
sure.
They're making cute snacks, but, like, that is it. That is where it ends. I thought we were gonna do, like, haunted house. I thought we were gonna have some, like, creepy haunted stuff. I thought we were gonna have an awesome playlist,
The
and
literal
eventually there is
witches
the
live there.
Yeah, right. It was, like, silent. The music wasn't working, so, they just
Because
chose
of the
silence instead.
termites. The magic
Right.
termites.
Okay. The termites. That was on a level of, I don't even think it's fair to call that camp. I don't know what to call
No.
that. Children's film, like, tomfoolery. I don't know what that was.
That's fair.
The
Yeah.
termites they would zoom in and it would show two men in, like,
Construction hats.
construction outfits. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were the termites. They were eating the talking furniture because, of course, the talking furniture
That's our last costume of
attracts
the
them.
night is the termites.
There we go. I would love to be the termites.
Yeah.
Wow. We're gonna throw a party, and we're gonna throw the party that should have been. There's gonna
Yeah.
be black lights. There's going to be what's that little icy fog stuff?
Oh, yeah, we could do
Dry
fog
ice.
machine, dry
Or a
ice,
fog
yeah.
machine. Yeah.
I have been the person in charge of the dry ice for a Halloween party before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this won't be your first rodeo.
I've got this.
We're going to play music.
And if there's magical talking furniture or other witchy things happening, we're going to lean into it.
Yes, which I guess is eventually that's the resolution, right? Is that they're
Yes.
not able to hide the talking furniture or the giant candy corn. I'm trying to be like Rusty now. Candy cane.
Candy cane.
Candy cane. No, so the candy corn's everywhere, and there's Halloween carolers, which are just look like people in costumes. They really didn't try to
Yeah,
make those look like actual
no.
creatures, but apparently they were. And all of the students are just like, "Hey, what a cool,
And like
what a cool animatronic effect."
the coolest guy there is the
Yeah.
most impressed by the candy corn.
It's just a lot of candy corn.
It's a pile of
I don't
candy
understand
corn.
even the river reference that they made this really obscure title
Right?
about.
It was just
There
a
was no
pile.
river.
It was a
That actually would have
pile.
been cool if it was like flowing through. This must have been just not enough budget or just not enough
Yeah.
CGI or a combination. But
Well, they
I was
wasted their whole
unimpressed.
budget to then at the end open the doors and have the band 10,000 Maniacs there,
Yeah.
which we talked about this in the Scooby-Doo episode because Sugar
Yeah.
Ray was there. I feel like this is a thing that used to happen all the time in the 90s and the
Yeah.
2000s. They were
For
like
sure.
completely irrelevant to the plot. Here's a band that's really big right now.
Yes, and here's a band playing at like the world's smallest coffee shop or just some random
Yes.
person's house. Like, where did they get this on a whim? This party wasn't even planned.
I know.
How is this happening? The amount like of we had to suspend our disbelief more for that band's appearance than the talking furniture. Let's be real.
100%. That, like, I am all about some magic, but, like, was it the actual band? Did they teleport them there, but then the band was okay with performing? Or was it, like, a copy of the
Right.
band? Like,
Yeah.
is it weird?
So many questions.
Yeah.
So many questions that are left unanswered that never make sense.
90s.
It never makes sense. These little band cameos that are just there for us to be like, oh my gosh. Like I know when we were younger, we were like, oh, one day we're gonna go to a party and LFO's gonna be there.
Right.
That's Susan's
LFO.
house. Who's Susan? I don't know. We didn't have a friend Susan, but
It's my grandmother's name.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would not have had LFO at her
No,
party.
unlikely. Unlikely.
Your grandmother's name is not Susan, it's Grandma Sue.
That's fair. That is really fair.
You
Grandma
know when you like
Sue.
hear someone's
Yeah.
legal government name and you're like, who?
No.
Her name's not Susan. That's so weird.
It's a fair point. But yeah, I know.
Oh,
I feel like it was I feel like these TV shows very much set expectations for what parties would be like in high
yes.
school. As we mentioned, they were very much not that. But then also so many of the episodes of these types of shows had like some kind of lesson, like some kind of stupid lesson
Yeah,
associated with it. Like, oh,
true.
like nobody actually didn't like you because you're not cool. Everybody's friends, or like you don't want to be friends with those people or something. But this one, there was just like no nuance to it. It was like
No.
the one girl was a bully. Sabrina throws a party. People actually show up to it. People actually stay for some unknown reason. And then
Right.
10,000 Maniacs is there, and that's what she gets to rub in the face of the bully.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great, and I think this is one of the more celebrated episodes of
Yeah.
Sabrina.
So it is on Paramount. If you go into Sabrina, they have an iconic episodes list, and this
Yeah.
is right there.
I believe it. I mean, if we think about the show as it is, right? This is like fun, clean, like rated
Yes.
G entertainment. I had a good time watching it. I thought it was
So
really
did
cute.
I.
I did not grow in any shape or form. I did not learn anything new. I was not blown away by anything that they created, but I was like, you know what?
Yes.
This is warm, cozy 90s
Yes.
Halloween fun.
And you know what was actually iconic about this episode was
yeah.
basically everything the ants did. They
Yes.
their subplot was hilarious with the like the furniture itself and the fact that that was an impediment to the party was kind of dumb, but the fact that they accidentally ordered talking furniture, but they couldn't return it because it was Halloween, which is
Yes.
the big holiday for them and
Right.
their people. Like, that was great. How often they kept referencing the holidays to mean
Yeah.
Halloween was like
Yeah.
fantastic. Their
Yeah.
whole thing where they're trying to feed the termites other furniture was goofy, but like led to
Yes.
some really good scenes. Like the ant
Yeah.
subplot was really
That's
great this
true.
episode.
There was like one liner that actually made me LOL, and it was about something with the termites where Sabrina's like, "Is that like my grandma's antique rocker?" And Zelda's like, "Yeah." And Sabrina's you're expecting her to be like, "No, save it." And she's like, "Yeah, feed it
Yeah.
to the termites. get on with it." It was pretty good. It got me. It got me.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Well,
it was good. It was
it's
enjoyable.
cute. It was cute. Yeah, I don't know if we'll watch another Sabrina, but probably, at least in some way, shape, or form. I mean, there were movies. There probably were other Halloween episodes, crossovers. We'll probably talk about her again.
Yeah, it's as we discussed at the top, it's basically our whole vibe. So I
Yeah.
feel like we will.
I know we're like, this wasn't very good. And they're like, let's make a podcast about this. Let's make this our personality, but then critique it.
If that is not our podcast in a nutshell.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least we're self-aware.
Yeah.
We are critiquing a 30-minute episode of Sabrina the
Which
Teenage
was a
Witch.
full 30 minutes, by the way. It was
Yeah.
not one of the 20 minutes. Did
There
they
was
not? Was
no-
it a special
There weren't
episode?
commercials?
I don't know.
Huh.
Or maybe it was an extended episode. Maybe it was like a 45-minute episode.
Maybe.
I don't actually know how long Sabrina episodes were. But
I
this one
don't
was a full
either.
30.
Okay. Why do you? Yeah. How did you notice that?
I don't know. I was probably a little ready for it to be done.
Yeah, you're like, is it wrapping up? Is there more Harvey? Please, no more Harvey.
Yeah. Harvey.
Harvey, he committed the cardinal sin.
Boring.
Boring.
His little
Not for
sister's
me.
fun, though. She's a little demon. Love her.
Yeah. It's funny because every time you say someone's boring, I'm like, oh yeah, they were, but it's almost never something that crosses my mind.
Mhm.
It's like,
You're welcome. I brought you that piece of knowledge and insight.
I just was like, earrings. That's all my
Our
brain
little
could do.
finding. It's so weird.
So weird. Well,
Earrings
any
are
other
not
thoughts?
weird. It's just a weird mix. No, I have. Sorry,
It's okay. I don't think anyone was like,
men with earrings is totally
upset.
fine. It just
I have-
doesn't fit his personality or vibe in
I have
any
earrings.
way.
No, and I mean, do you people? Do you? We respect any form of self-expression. It was just a shock. I wasn't ready because I do like the vision of Harvey in my head is like him from probably 2 or 3 seasons from there, and yet it seems like Harvey was in a self-discovery phase. He was figuring out his look and his vibe. And he realized, I am vanilla. I've got to take these hunks of metal out.
Yeah, maybe that's why Sabrina liked him. Her life was too exciting, so
Yeah,
went the boring
that's
route.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well now I'll ask you once again. Any other thoughts?
No, I'm good. I'm done with the earrings. Thank you.
You're like, but the earrings are okay. We support earrings. Oh man.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.